Hello everyone, welcome to IASBABA. My name is Surbhi and today we are going to discuss and analyze the polity and governance section that has been asked in the UPSC Prelims of 2024. See, first thing first, you need to acknowledge this fact that this time, this particular section of polity has been relatively easier than the previous year questions that were asked in 2023. This time the paper was on a easier side. It was more of a factual and conceptual kind of demand that UPSC has been demanding from you aspirants, right? Not only this, the weightage of questions has also been increased, that is to 19. As we see in the previous year, it was somewhere around 14, 12, 16, somewhere above like 15 plus minus 1. But this time, the question from the polity and governance section has been increased to 19. So this also gives you an edge that polity is a very, very important subject and you need to have a conceptual clarity over this particular subject. So let's start the discussion, right? First we see the first question. Just a brief that I am solving the set B from this particular paper. This is basically a set B, right? And the first question reads like, how many delimitation commissions have been constituted by the government in 2023? See, what is the inspiration behind asking this particular question? As we all know that in JNK, we have State Reorganization Act, right? This is one of the inspiration behind asking this particular commission, right? And then we have Women's Reservation Act of 2023. This particular question has also been asked in this particular examination, that this particular act will be implemented only after the delimitation exercises have been conducted. That is why the UPSC has asked this particular question, that how many delimitation commission have been constituted. So the correct answer is 4, that is option number D. The first commission was constituted in 1952, then 1962, and then 1972, and in 2002. Right? So now let us look at the next question. See, this particular question has been asked from the 8th schedule, that the Constitution 71st Amendment Act of 1992 amend 8th schedule to the Constitution to include which of the following languages? That is Konkani, Manipuri, Nepali or Maithili, right? In Konkani, Manipuri, Nepali, they were added under the 71st Amendment Act of 1992, whereas Maithili, Bodo, Dogri and Santhali, they were added in 92nd Constitution Amendment Act of 2003, right? So the correct answer would be option number A, that is 1, 2 and 3. See, you need to understand that this time the UPSC has focused on repeated themes. Already many a time the question has been asked from the 8th schedule. As we proceed further, there are questions from right to privacy that has been asked in 2018. So that is why I always give emphasis on solving the previous year question, right? Now let us look at the third question. It is more of a factual question that has been framed this time, right? The first is Bharatiya Jan Sangh. It is the party and its leader. Bharatiya Jan Sangh and its leader is Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee. All of you must know this particular fact. But when we talk about the second point, that is Socialist Party, if P. Rajagopalachari was associated with Socialist Party, the answer would be no. That all of us read in our history and polity subject that P. Rajagopalachari was associated with Swatantrata Party and not Socialist Party. So option number D would obviously be incorrect. Then we have Congress for Democracy. That is the given rank. This option is also correct. Many of you might not know this particular fact, right? Then we have Swatantrata Party. See, Swatantrata Party is associated with C. Rajagopalachari and Acharya Narendra Dev is associated with Socialist Party. So UPSC has posted these particular two things, right? So our correct option would be only two of the statements are correct. That is answer number B. Now, this is basically a very factual and a straightforward question regarding the part of the Indian Constitution. Many of you generally don't focus on this particular fact that municipalities are given under which part, emergency provisions are given under which part. But this time the UPSC exam setter has framed the question on the name of the part. The first statement reads like, the powers of municipality are given under the part 9A of the Constitution. This is correct. Emergency provisions are given under the part 18th of the Constitution. This is also correct. Then we have provisions related to the amendment of the Constitution are given in part 20. This statement is also correct. This particular question does not need any explanation because this is more of a factual question that has been asked this time. Right? Now let us look at the question number 5 of your set B. See, this particular question talks about the 7 schedules of your Indian Constitution. Now, what does 7 schedule talks about? It talks about the 3 lists. The first is union, the second is state, and third is conference. Right? Now, the question has been asked directly from the 7 schedule. That whether the interstate trade and commerce is a state subject, the answer is incorrect because interstate trade and commerce is a part of union list, right? Then interstate migration is a state subject. This is also a wrong statement because it is also a part of union list, right? And not a state list. Then we have option number C. That is interstate foreign ties is a union subject under union list. This particular statement is correct, right? The C option is correct in this particular question. And we have option number D, that corporation tax is a state subject under the state list. This option is also incorrect because corporation tax does not come under the state subject, right? So the correct answer would be answer number C. The statement number C would be correct for your question number 5. So now let us look at the question number 6. That is talking about right to privacy. See, this is the same question that has been asked in 2018. That right to privacy is under which article of the Constitution, right? That the under which of the following articles of the Constitution of India has the Supreme Court of India placed the right to privacy. This was asked in 2018 as well. That is article number 21. That is right to life. Supreme Court under the case Swami judgment recognized that right to privacy is it is a part of article number 21. So it is a very straightforward question that has been repeated this time. Now we have question number 10. Right? See, many of you might not know in such detail about the ethics committee in the Lok Sabha. Right? The first statement reads like initially it was an ad hoc committee. We don't know that. Then we have second statement that only a member of Lok Sabha can make a complaint relating to unethical conduct of the member of Lok Sabha. This particular statement is wrong. If you have used your common sense in the examination, right, that only a member of Lok Sabha can make a complaint, the answer is wrong. That any person, right, other than any person can make a complaint relating to unethical conduct of a member of the Lok Sabha. Then we have third statement that this committee cannot take up any matter which is subsidized. This is also correct. So the question, statement number 2 is incorrect. So the correct answer would be option number C. That is 1 and 3. Right? So now let us move towards the next question. Now again, this was a very straightforward question that has been framed. That who was the provisional president of the Constituent Assembly before Dr. Rajendra Prasad? So the answer is Dr. Sachindanand Sinha. This is very straightforward question that has been asked, and I would rate this particular question as easy. So the answer is B. Now, the question number 12. See, the UPSC has always been interested in asking questions from the Government of India Act 1935. The Regulating Act has always been asked by the UPSC. And in this particular year, again we saw the question from the Government of India Act of 1935. Now, the first statement states that it provided for the establishment of all India Federation based on the Union and British Indian provinces and territory states. This particular statement is correct. If you would have read the Government of India Act 1935, then you would mark this particular statement as right. But when we talk about the second statement, that defense and foreign affairs were kept under the control of federal legislature, this particular statement is wrong because they were kept under the Governor General and not under the federal legislature. So the correct answer would be option number 8, right? So now let us look at the next question. Now we have again a question that has been asked from the amendment procedure, right? That is Article 315 of the Constitution. The Parliament may amend any provision of the Constitution by way of, all the three options are correct, that either by the way of addition, variation or repeal, right? This is also a very straightforward question that has been asked. And the correct answer would be answer number D, right? Now we have question number 18. Many a time previously the question has been asked from the money bill. And again we see the particular topic again, that is Article 109 mentions special procedure in respect of money bill. This particular statement is correct, right? Then a money bill shall not be introduced in the Council of State. This is also correct. It is written directly in your Lakshmi card. Then the Rajya Sabha can either approve the bill or suggest changes but cannot reject it. This is also correct, that the Rajya Sabha can either approve the bill or suggest changes but cannot reject it. But when we talk about the fourth statement, right, that the amendment to a money bill suggested by Rajya Sabha have to be accepted. This word that have to be accepted by the Lok Sabha is incorrect. So the correct answer is option number C. That is statement 1, 2 and the third statement are correct. Now we have a question from the Northeastern Council, right? It is a statutory body. All of you might know that it was established under the 1971. Now, which of the following are its members, right? The governor of the constituent state, this is correct. The chief minister of the constituent state, this is also correct. 3 members to be nominated by the president. This particular statement is also correct, right? But you need to remember that the home minister is not a member, but a ex officio chairman. Right? He is not a member, but the ex officio chairman. So that is why this particular question has been framed by the UPSC, where you get confused with the statement number 3 and 4. So the correct answer would be answer number 8, that is 1, 2, 3. And the home minister is the ex officio chairman. So now let us look at the very first question. This question was very obvious because Women Reservation Act wasn't used for a good long time, right? So the question has been asked that the Nari Shakti Bandhan Adhiniyam, which of the following statements are correct? That The first statement reads like, the provision will come into effect from the 18th Lok Sabha. This is the biggest criticism of this particular act, that it has been said that it will be implemented after delimitation and the census exercise is completed. So, the statement number 1 is incorrect because no timeline has been given. So, now we read the second statement, that this will be in force for 15 years after becoming an act. So, this is correct. There are provisions for the reservation of seats of scheduled caste women within the quota reserved for the scheduled caste. This particular statement is also correct. So, we mark our correct answer as option number C. Right? Now, we have a question that has been asked directly from the article number 32. The favorite topic of UPSC about the writ petition. Right? But this time, a very direct question has been asked about the writ of prohibition. That what does it mean? Right? An order issued by the Supreme Court or High Court to the lower court prohibiting continuation of proceeding in a case. This particular question you should not have marked wrong because this was very straightforward. This has been directly asked from your book. So the correct answer would be of question number 23 is answer C. Now we have question number 24, which is from the topic of scheduled tribe. That is under Article 342. Right. If we read the first statement, that it is the governor of a state who recognizes and declares any community of that state as scheduled tribe, this particular statement is wrong because it is not the governor, rather it is the president. Right? It is not the governor. Whereas the second statement reads like, a community declared as scheduled tribe in a state need not be so in another state. Right? So this particular statement is correct as it is given directly under the Article 342. So, a correct answer would be option number B, that is statement number 2. Then we have question number 25, directly asked from the annual financial statement. That is, we call as union budget. Right? That we call as union budget. Right? The first statement reads like, the Union Finance Minister on behalf of the Prime Minister lays the annual financial statement before both the houses of the Parliament. Just in a minute, you should have clicked. This should have clicked in your mind that it is not the Prime Minister, rather it is not the Finance Minister, rather it is the President. Right? So this was a very simple question. This was a very easy question. Then we have second statement that at the union level, no demand for grant can be made except on the recommendation of President of India. So this particular statement is correct. So our answer for this particular question, that is question number 25, would be answer number B. Okay. So now let us look at the question number 43. That it is talking about the speaker, right? With reference to the speaker of the Lok Sabha, consider the following statement: that any resolution for the removal of the speaker of Lok Sabha is under consideration. Right? If any of the resolution for the removal of speaker of the Lok Sabha is under consideration, he or she shall not preside. He or she shall not have the right to speak. He has the right to speak in the proceedings of the Lok Sabha. So this particular statement is incorrect, right? So we have taken as incorrect. So our answer would directly be statement number 1. That is, he or she shall not preside, but he or she has the right to speak. He or she shall not be entitled to vote on the resolution in the first stand, right? So our statement number 3 is also incorrect. Right? So the answer would be B. That is, only statement 1 is correct. Now we have, with reference to the Indian Parliament, consider the following statement. that a bill pending in the Lok Sabha lapses on its dissolution. This is correct. A bill passed by the Lok Sabha and pending in the Rajya Sabha lapses on the dissolution of the Lok Sabha. This statement is also correct because it is directly given in your Lakshmikant, right? That a bill pending in the Lok Sabha or bill might be passed by the Lok Sabha but pending in Rajya Sabha lapses on the dissolution of Lok Sabha. So both the statements are correct. But when we talk about the third statement, that a bill in regard to which of the President of India notified that his or her intention to summon the House to a joint sitting lapses on the dissolution of the Lok Sabha. This particular statement is incorrect, right? So our correct answer would be option number B. That is, first and second statements are correct. Then we have last question which has been asked from your Polity and Governance section, is that with reference to the Parliament of India, right? Consider the following statement, that the prorogation of a house by the President of India does not require the advice of the Council of Ministers, right? This statement is correct. Then prorogation of a house is generally done after the House is adjourned sine die, but there is no part of the President of India prorogating that house, which is in the session. This particular statement is also right. I will discuss this particular fact, like what is prorogation, right? What is adjournment sine die? When we upload the detailed explanation of this particular video, right? So the correct answer would be option number B. That is, first and second statement are correct. And statement number 3, that is, dissolution of the Lok Sabha is done by the President of India, who, save in exceptional circumstances, does so on the advice of the Council of Ministers. So this particular statement is wrong, right? So our correct answer for this particular question, that is question number 45, is answer number B. That is, first and second statement are correct. So this is all from my side. I hope you understood all the answers that has been provided by the IASBABA team, right? Thank you so much and all the best and good prayers, good wishes from our side to you that you will definitely make it to the final list. Thank you so much.